So you want to learn how to draw fur like this. You definitely came to the right place. I am going to teach you how to do it. I made this video because some of you requested this topic in the past, and I noticed that it's actually really hard to find a clear tutorial about drawing stylized fur. If you follow all of my tips, I can guarantee you that your fur drawing skills will level up immediately. I will be demonstrating everything on this furless character right here, so you can draw along if you wish to do so. Drawing fur like this is simple, but you need to get used to it. It's just like drawing clear, confident lines. There are 3 important basics that make good-looking fur, which are shape variation, grouping them together, and direction. What I mean with shape variation is that fur strokes are not all the same length and thickness, which is very important. Instead of doing this, you will be doing this. If your line art looks like the way I drew it here, I recommend a few drawing exercises to get more confident strokes. I find these exercises really fun and even calming in a way, and they also improved my fur lines a lot. Don't overthink it, just get more confident with your own pencil or brush. Here are a few examples of shape variations. You add 2 to 3 smaller ones for every big tuft of fur. Add the occasional super tiny clumps, but do so sparingly. If you add too much of it, it will be too detailed. Which brings us to the next step: clustering or grouping the fur. Let's say you have your shape variations down. Now you need to make sure they look appealing, and you can do so by placing them more organically. Instead of drawing your fur like here, try drawing it like this. Group some of your fur to make it look like they belong together. This will make your fur line art look more polished and pleasant to look at. Get used to drawing a nice mix between groups and standalone fur. You see this technique in anime hair a lot. You can even vary in the style, of course. It works with longer fur too. It will also prevent your characters from looking spiky, like a distressed cat. There are different techniques and preferences on how to group your fur together, so I am showing you a couple of examples of my own. Here is where the drawing exercises come in handy, since you can also practice grouping the fur together and see what you like and don't like. If you are looking to develop your own unique fur style, here is where you can do it effectively and fast. The last aspect is one of the easiest, but you must actively correct yourself on it. It is the fur direction. The hair on top of your head, assuming you have hair, generally falls in one direction. All I want you to do when you draw fur is to pay attention to where you draw your fur and what direction the end of your fur is pointing at. Instead of drawing fur that goes in multiple directions like here, make it flow in one general direction, left or right. You can still make some of them point more upwards or downwards, but don't go the direct opposite way, unless you want a character with really messy fur. Also, fur doesn't follow the lines of the body like here, unless you have a very specific reason for it. Practicing these techniques is essential. This way they become second nature and you implement them without thinking about it. I recommend practicing fur on a separate piece of paper or canvas, so you can dedicate that entire thing to just fur. This is a very simple beginner guide to fur, and there are more advanced tricks that I use, but these will be covered in the next video, just to draw the line between beginner and more advanced. You can download the free fur reference sheet from this video if you need something to look at. The link is in the description below. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you next week. Bye!